This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Shopkeeper shot dead in Westmoreland. A shop operator was shot dead at his place of business on Mint Road in Greenhill, Westmoreland by armed men posing as customers on Tuesday evening. The incident occurred about 5:50 p.m. The deceased man has been identified as 58-year-old Pete Fleming, otherwise called Stitch. Reports from the police are that Fleming was at a Buckalock restaurant, his business place, when a motorcycle came up with two men aboard. The men went into the shop and shortly after, loud explosions were heard coming from the direction of the shop. The men were then seen fleeing the scene on the motorcycle. The police were alerted, and upon their arrival, Fleming was seen lying on his back inside his shop in a pool of blood. He had what appeared to be multiple gunshot wounds to his upper body. He was taken to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The Morgan's Bridge police are investigating. One in custody after gun found in jacket. 50-year-old Michael Salmon, otherwise called Chaplin, a construction subcontractor of Love Lane in Canaan Heights, Clarendon, has been charged with illegal possession of a firearm. The firearm was reportedly seized at his home on Monday, August 22. Reports from the Mapen police are that about 2:45 p.m., investigations led police officers to carry out an operation at Salmon's home. One Lorsen .25 pistol was found inside a jacket in a room. Portland technician shot dead, body partially burnt. A technician was shot and killed by unknown assailants in Above Rocks, St. Catherine on Tuesday. He has been identified as Richard Hayes, a resident of Parsley Gardens in Portland. The news understands that about 4 a.m. on Tuesday, residents heard a barrage of gunfire coming from an unfinished building in the area. The police were alerted, and upon their arrival, his partially burnt body was found under a pile of board. The body also had what appeared to be gunshot wounds. During the processing of the scene, 5 spent shell casings were reportedly recovered. Hayes was reportedly staying at the premises at the time of the incident. The St. Catherine North police are investigating. Police clamped down on illegal activities in Brownstown, St. Anne. Several items, including offensive weapons, were seized and summonses issued during an operation in Brownstown, St. Anne on Tuesday. Deputy Superintendent of Police Ryan Gale, the officer in charge of Zone 3 in St. Anne, said the town sweep was part of Operation Leviticus in the parish. It is in response to many ills affecting the parish, including a spike in murders and road fatalities, and is aimed at disrupting illegal and criminal activities. Among the activities carried out were checks to ensure vendors were operating within vending zones consistent with the law. As a result, he said the police seized several items. Deputy Superintendent Gill said 4 persons were issued summonses for court.
What we did is a lot of people checkpoints, and we checked the vendors where they were to determine whether or not they were operating in a space and in a way that was consistent with law. Similarly, we had teams monitoring the main corridors to ensure that there was free flow and movement of traffic. As a result of this activity, there were several seizures of items, exposing goods for sale and vending in areas that were not prescribed vending areas. Several offensive weapons were seized, several vehicles searched, persons searched, and so on. And it resulted in the zone, in the main township that we were in, seeing a congestion-free flow of both vehicular and pedestrian traffic throughout the town. Several more are to be summoned. However, they have not come to claim their items at station, and the municipal corporation and police are working together to have these persons come in for them to be prosecuted for the offenses that we would have detected.
20-year-old mechanic charged with rape of teen. A 20-year-old mechanic has been arrested and charged after he allegedly raped a teenage girl on Slipdock Road, Kingston on Tuesday, March 1. Charged with rape is Alex Barley of Glassbowl Avenue in Rockfort, Kingston. Reports from the Center for the Investigations of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse are that Barley allegedly entered the child's room from the balcony area and raped her. Following investigations, Barley turned himself in to the police on Friday, August 19. He was charged following an interview. Barley's court date is being arranged. Bursa paid school system to be removed, says Education Minister. Education Minister Favour Williams today indicated that there are plans to move away from teachers being paid by bursars and to have educators receive their salaries directly from the ministry. There are several bursa-paid institutions across Jamaica. Williams was responding to the issue of timely payments of deductions for teachers while addressing delegates on the third and final day of the Jamaica Teachers Association's 58th Annual Conference at the Hilton Rose Hall Resort and the Spa in Montego Bay, St. James. Although she did not give a timeline for the removal of the bursa-paid school system, Williams said the move would help to alleviate the issue of late or missed salary payments, which some teachers often experience. We are doing a comprehensive audit of all our bursa-paid schools in order to address this issue because this seems to be a recurring problem. Just so you know, eventually, there will no longer be bursa-paid schools and all our teachers are going to be paid centrally by the Ministry of Education, said Williams. She added that she is making arrangements for the creation of financial planning seminars targeting teachers to help them become more financially savvy and expand their income sources, as well as help educators to create a cushion of savings for emergencies. The Education Minister's announcement comes amid recent reports that approximately 400 of Jamaica's educators have left the local teaching profession to seek more lucrative job opportunities overseas. The JTA recently revealed that some 600 teachers will not be returning to the classroom when the new school term begins in September. Teen arrested after illegal gun seized in St. Catherine. A 17-year-old boy is in custody following the seizure of a homemade gun in Retirement District, St. Catherine on Wednesday. The police say a team was called to the community early this morning after residents reported hearing explosions. On arrival, the police say a group of people was seen standing along the roadway in the area. They say the teen was acting in a manner that aroused the suspicion of the cops. He was accosted and searched. The firearm and ammunition were found inside a bag he was carrying, according to the police. He was subsequently arrested. St. Thomas residents protest the poor road conditions, want a South Coast Highway project sped up. Hundreds of residents of several communities in St. Thomas are protesting about the poor road conditions and the delay in the completion of rehabilitation works on the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project between Morante Bay and the Prospect. The licensed main road is blocked between Dumfries and the Johnstown crossing with stones, tires, logs, and metal pipes being used for pipe laying. This resulted in a pile-up traffic stretching 4 miles. The protest is also affecting the provision of emergency services at the Princess Margaret Hospital as ambulances are unable to leave the facility. One of the protesters complained to the news that work started on the licensed road long before others, yet it is the worst piece of road in the parish.
This piece of road started long before all the other roads in St. Thomas and even the leg from Aberview to Yallas. And this is the worst piece of road. This is the worst piece. And it seems like nobody interested. Nobody is responsible. Nobody is accountable. And enough is enough. The motorists, the pedestrian, and the citizen have decided that this morning, and for the remainder of the week until school open, no vehicle will passing to Eastern St. Thomas and to the hospital.
Complaint filed with the police regarding recent Rio Cobre fish kill. A complaint has reportedly been filed with the Spanish Town Police in St. Catherine in relation to last month's major fish kill in the Rio Cobre. Kestonard Gordon, vice chairman of the St. Catherine Parish Development Committee, says the report was made on Tuesday following a meeting with a group of constitutional attorneys, Public Defender Herbert McKenzie, and representatives of Jamaica Environmental Trust. The public defender told the news that a meeting was requested by the concerned resident. Mr. McKenzie said the concerns of the group were contemplated and the suggestions made. One of the suggestions was the involvement of the police.
It's a case of malicious destruction of property is a case of violation of the constitutional rights of the people, and therefore the police should go in to investigate the operational practices and procedures of Windalco at this time. In addition, an injunction is going to be sought in the court to stop Windalco from operating temporarily until they are able to satisfy the powers that be, that they have rectified their situation on the property. It started yesterday evening. It entails gathering all the interesting parties who are going to become a part of it and getting affidavit signed and so on and so forth.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.